Live from the mighty Veedverks airship, I'm Travis Lippert, CEO of Verks Unlimited, better known as Veedverks, and I'm here at Indo Expo in the Hemp Pavilion, booth 1203 for day 2 of what has been a gigantic conference, a gigantic expo. Just the Hemp Pavilion alone, it seems like it's almost rivaling the size of the first Indo Expo total.
Oh, it's rivaled. Have you seen the lines outside? They wrap around the building.
It is crazy.
It's incredible.
I want to say real quick, I got this sweet shirt from Adam Dunn at Hoodlam today, and check it out. It has it's a hemp shirt, and it comes with a thing so you can
A rolling paper dispenser.
a rolling paper.
That's ingenious.
That is, I'm gonna be.
Dude, that's amazing.
Check them out, Hoodlam. They're the bomb. But I'm here with Bobby Martin from Mystic Mountain Distillery, right?
Yeah, we're Mystic Mountain Distillery in Larkspur, Colorado.
Okay, so tell us, what do you do?
So, we're a distillery. We purchased the distillery from the founder about 3 years ago. And what we do is, originally we made whiskey, vodka, moonshine, and gin. And we found out that a lot of people that are doing CBD oils at home, or they were, extracting to make their own wax or shatter, were actually using Everclear. And we got this brainchild of competing with the biggest distillery in the country. And what we did was, we know what everybody was using it for. They were using it for extraction, and they were using it in pot. So we said, why lie?
Yeah.
We'll call our product 42O Extractor. So our 42O Extractor, we sell at all the liquor stores side by side with Everclear.
Wow.
But the biggest thing that we did is, it took us a year to develop it, because what we did is we talked to you guys, we talked to everybody and said, what don't you like about it? What do you need it to do? And basically what we found out is everybody else that produced 190 proof ethanol basically used tap water to cut their alcohol. So what are you doing? You're fighting with chlorine, you're fighting with fluoride, benzene, all these other chemicals and mineral that's in regular tap water. And then when you start going through your extraction process, you're fighting that too. So what we decided to do is make the purest level of ethanol we could possibly do. And instead of cutting it with tap water, we use our own spring water from our distillery, and we run that through RO, so we clean all the hard minerals out of it. And then we blend that into our 101 proof moonshine, and we use that to cut the 200 proof ethanol down to 190. So we're about 4% off a scientific grade. So the only way to get any cleaner is to have a clean room with a bunch of guys in white coats running around.
Yeah.
That's the only way to get it any cleaner. And here's what we've noticed. We've noticed people getting higher yields, better quality product, better tasting product, because there's nothing that's off-putting about it. And then we thought, what's the biggest thing that's stopping this industry from really getting to the people who actually need it? A lot of the guys that we were talking with that made us try to bring it to this purity level is a gentleman that I met. He had a little kid that was suffering 300 seizures a day that were back-breaking seizures. And if you can't imagine watching your child suffering like that, it's heartbreaking. And then he started showing me the videos of the oil being dropped underneath this little kid's tongue. He went from 300 to 2 seizures a day.
Yep. We hear it all the time.
You see it all the time, right?
It's the plight of the American medical refugee.
Yeah.
We know so many parents who've moved to Colorado because of their children's epilepsy. Once that first weed special with Sanjay Gupta came out,
Exactly.
and everybody saw Charlotte Figge.
Yeah.
We know a lot of the people who followed after that. And
Absolutely, right? Now, the government's tried to keep this medicine away from us for years, right? And here's what they do. In the alcohol industry, here's the demon. The government taxes us just as bad as they do anything else, whether it's gas, whether it's certain taxes that you have to pay for tobacco, anything. Normally, a standard distillery would generally pay about $27 per proof gallon in excise tax. So if you can imagine, if somebody sold you a gallon of ethanol, it comes with a $27 tax built on that, and then they have to make a profit, so they probably sell you the gallon for an additional $20. You'd sit at about $47 a gallon. So the government sat there and told the little distilleries, we're going to give you the same tax break that we do Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, all the big distilleries, where the first 100,000 gallons that they produce, the larger distilleries only paid $2.73 per proof gallon instead of what we were paying. So a lot of distilleries, they turned around, made their alcohol, they kept their tax money every year, they bought more equipment, they did this, that, and the other thing. And we said, you know what, we have 100,000 gallons we can do this with. We're going to use about 40,000 gallons producing our whiskey, vodka, moonshine, and gin every year. Let's take this product and let's make it affordable to help people make the medicine. So while a 175 of Everclear, when you went to the liquor store, so you could make your own home extraction, would be like $37 to $40, we made sure ours was $24.99.
Wow.
And then when we sell we have our industrial permit, now we sell 1 gallon, 5 gallon, 55 gallon drums. We actually sell it cheaper than people have to go and buy it from chemical companies and pay excise tax. So the excise tax on a 55 gallon drum, for instance, is $1,500 for a chemical company that you, the consumer, have to pay when you buy a 55 gallon drum. Then they charge an additional $650 for the 55 gallons of ethanol. So I sell a 55 gallon drum of ethanol that's non-GMO, because we use 100% non-GMO corn to produce this, at the show, for instance, for $1,350. So instead of paying $1,850 to $2,000 from your local chemical company, you can get the same one for $1,300.
That's a good deal.
Well, not only it's a good deal, but think about how many more people we can get the medicine to.
Yeah.
And that's what we're doing. I mean, I can tell you, liquor stores that we partner with, Total Beverage, Tipsy's, Molly's, their shelves empty with 42O Extractor. So you think about this, guys. You can get this at your local liquor store if you're doing it on a small scale. You can walk into Standard Restaurant Supply in Denver, Las Vegas, Salt Lake City, and put it this way, in Las Vegas, you can't go buy 190 proof alcohol at a liquor store, but we turn it into a food-grade culinary solvent, which is food-grade ethanol. You can go buy that at Standard Restaurant Supply in Las Vegas today and start extracting.
Wow.
And it's all excise tax prepaid, because we want to pay the tax for the government, pass on the savings to you guys.
Is your booth number accurate here? It's booth number 908.
Booth number 908.
908.
We have gallons while they last today for sale at the show for $30. For a gallon, 190 proof, non-GMO
That's
ethanol.
Outstanding. Get thyself to booth 908 if you need to make some RSO.
Yeah, please. And we appreciate everything you do. And we like to team up with some folks and get some feedback on it. But we've had some amazing feedback from people that put our stuff head to head. They're getting a higher yield. They're getting a better purity in the substance. And the best thing is they're saving money.
I love it.
Awesome.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you so much for telling us about 42. So how do you say
42O Extractor?
It's not 420. It's 42OExtractor.com.
Just got the registered trademark on it.
Links up above. Thanks, Jenny Gold, Mary Huff, and Gretchen, and Brian Rainwater. Thank you all for joining.
Also, if you guys go to our website, we ship out of state as well. You can actually go to the website. It'll tell you what states we can ship to, and we ship via FedEx, so it comes directly to your door.
It's outstanding.
Pretty
That's
awesome.
cool. No, I'm so glad that you came by to
Mention you saw the show today, and you'll get the $30 a gallon price even at home. I'm not sure what shipping will run. I think we shipped a gallon to Florida, and it was about $14, $15. But it's still cheaper than you can buy Everclear off the shelf.
Can't beat that. Colorado.
Yeah. 100% of the ingredients come from our local farmers. We make sure it's all non-GMO. We keep as much of everything as we can from our farmers because it means a lot. You know? It really does.
Wow. That is amazing. 42O Extractor.
Yes.
Yep.
Look for us.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you very much, Bobby, for
Thank you
coming
so
by.
much. Thanks for letting me come on there.
And Gretchen's saying, by the way, she's been using this stuff since she discovered it and love it. Works great at a better price. Thank you.
Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Thanks, Gretchen.
All right, we'll keep going live all throughout the day as we get more interesting businesses in here to tell us what they're doing to help free the plant.
Amen. Let's get this in everybody.
If you don't get hemp here, get hemp somewhere.
Amen. Amen to that. I'm off of Advil because of this.
Me too. Yep. It's killing
And I feel
me.
great.
Oh, yeah. Spend so much less time on the toilet.
Yeah, amazing. And then, all I can say in closing is if you're a company that buys bulk oil, make sure they're not extracting it with something that has, because there's companies that will sell ethanol that's a food grade ethanol, but they'll put heptane in it. Once you completely denature the alcohol, you don't have to pay excise tax. So they're saving $700. And when they do that, the state of Colorado and the federal government allow 5 parts per million of things like heptane, hexane, toluene, pesticides. They allow that. When it goes in and gets tested, as long as it has less than 5 parts per million, they approve it. Well, even if it's 5 parts per million, would you ingest something that something that
especially not meds? I mean, this is medicine that people are using to make this stuff with. I want 0 parts per million.
Yeah, exactly. And Canada does that right now. You can't use anything in Canada besides ethanol to extract oil out of hemp or marijuana. You cannot. It's against the law in Canada. And the reason why is they understand even 5 parts per million, you're injecting something that causes cancer to help cure cancer, right? To help with the symptoms of cancer.
Yeah.
So you are actually putting something that actually causes it into something to make the medicine. And they say, well, we get it all out. Well, they're allowed to have 5 parts per million. They're allowed to refine it until they get to that. So imagine that.
Yeah, that's
hexane, toluene, pentane. All are in that at an acceptable level. What's the government saying? It's okay. You can poison yourself with something that's meant to heal you.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they put it in.
Just realize, ask your producer, make sure that they're using something like CO2 or straight ethanol for sure in their process. They can't isolate it all off, and they know.
Outstanding. I mean, that's not outstanding, but that's great information. This is
people don't know about it because it's a bad industry secret. I walk into places that produce edibles all the time, and I see a 55-gallon drum of isopropyl alcohol sitting on there, which is a poison. I see hexane, I see heptane, which literally can cause heart failure.
Now, what about using this to clean lab glass?
Absolutely, it's natural. And guess what's the biggest thing that we tell everybody? if you use different chemicals, whether it's isopropyl alcohol, whether it's heptane, hexane, ammonia, this, that, and the other thing, anything that's mixed together, you have to have a proper disposal of it. If not, you harm the environment, right? So you have a 55-gallon drum, you may have 5 parts. 5% of that, when you isolate it, is still heptane that's sitting there, and you have to dispose of it.
Huh.
And if you don't properly dispose of it, or you let it evaporate off, you're harming the environment. Again, you're doing something to cause cancer to people to try to help them. So the one thing about ethanol, about alcohol, it's derived from corn. It's all natural. They do corn and cane. It's all natural. And if you use non-GMO, it's even more natural. And it's water soluble. You can pour it down the sink and run your water on, and it, even on the website where they say your SDS, your safety data sheets, it says not harmful to marine life or plants or animals. It says overconsumption or ingestion may cause dizziness. It could kill you just like anything else could.
Except cannabis.
Except for cannabis. It's amazing. I've never seen anybody OD on cannabis.
Nope.
The hospitals are full of people ODing on opioids, dying on opioids on a daily basis. But one thing you cannot overdo.
Yep.
Just think about that in the future. If you do it all natural, then there's no waste disposal. You're using plant-based matter to do it, and it's amazing.
That's you've got a new customer.
Awesome.
You've got a new customer
so
for
much.
sure. Booth 908. Do you have stuff here?
We have stuff here.
I'm coming to buy some.
We have whatever we have left. Yeah, it's $30 a gallon today. You can probably find it in your local liquor store for about $24.99 for a 175.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
That's awesome. You really do. You have a new customer. That's beautiful. Thank you very much.
See,
All right,
now
guys,
we're getting
thanks,
candy.
Thanks for joining. We will. Thanks, Jim, and we'll talk to you soon. We'll be back here live from Indo Expo in the Hemp
Thanks,
Pavilion.
guys.
Oh, really?